GM, it's the 3rd of Feb, and this is your daily debrief long form edition. I'm going to try and get through this a lot faster though, so let's dive quickly in. Firstly, a little bit of dupe. What dupe are trying to build as per Meow. There's many things, but one is the GDSE, the Global Decentralized Stock Exchange. Now, I'm bringing this up, not really for anything related to this, because this will take time, but more for this fantastic interview from Laura Shin. Now, I haven't watched the whole interview because I just don't have the time, but I do suggest if you've got time and if you want a bit of a debrief on dupe, this is good. Here it is in particular, it's 46 minutes long. I went through the dupe airdrop criticisms because that's what most of the attention was about. And there are a few things mentioned in here. One thing was Meow being defensive, which I totally agree with. Laura had asked some generic questions at times, such as, critics say you printed these out of thin air, these tokens. I mean, that's just the nature of like all stocks and, you know, anything that's not physically backed by an actual physical product. So that criticism was really strange. But there were a few other things, such as there was 250 million tokens added to the liquidity pool. It was initially going to be 500 million. So if it was 500 million, the price would have been lower. The other criticism was the fact that the pricing structure is starting at 40 cents, going up to 70 cents, and then maybe up to $1.60. That was too aggressive. And Meow mentions, yes, he agrees. Also, the fact that the 5% fee in the liquidity pool was too high. I personally didn't even know it was 5% until it actually happened. And he agrees that was way too high. I'm not sure why that was created. I can definitely see why there could be some FUD, because although that pool could be drained, as soon as new pools would be, created, then all of a sudden no one's going to use that pool, and that pool is going to have that liquidity that the dupe team then went and withdrew. Now, I'm super bullish on dupe, and I always have been. So this is not a criticism or anything like that. I'm just merely giving you the data. You can think or you can do what you like. At the moment, I've got my dupe, and I have a short position hedging that dupe. So I'm not selling the dupe per se, but I'm putting on a perp dupe, and I've covered this in 2 drift tutorials. So you're welcome to watch them. It's not financial advice. I was out of profit yesterday, and now it's always been hedged, so I've never really been out of profit actually. But my short position yesterday, I put it on at about 59 cents. It went up to 64 cents, so I was losing money on that short position, and now it's down to 58 cents. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the 7 days, about another 5 days, but I do know that long term, very bullish on dupe. At the very least, if you've got time, watch this little section here. If you've got time to watch the whole thing, go for it. And in the future, I will see if I can connect with Laura and ask if I can use snippets and then link back to her to save you a bit of time as well. Dupe has gone and integrated with Mercury O, which allows you a fiat on-ramp directly into dupe. And at the moment, there are 0% fees. So this is a great time to get your newbie friends in here, get them a little bit of SOL, stake their SOL with validator.com, go buy a cheap NFT, do a few swaps, buy some dupe, whatever. Maybe buy some JLP as well. So what is JLP? The easiest thing to read is just this. The JLP token value, an index fund of SOL, ETH, wrap BTC, USDC, and USDT, traders profit and loss, and 70% of the generated fees. So you can click on learn more and understand more if you like. However, this is earning a decent amount per year. And I say that, JLP, at their current estimation, maybe it's worth double or a little bit more than double in, say, a year's time. Maybe this is worth $4 or $5. There are risks, of course, to holding this. You're essentially acting as the insurance fund. And if you go and buy some of these, maybe just holding SOL and staking SOL would outperform it. But this is like a basket. And in my opinion, it is a good idea. It's not financial advice. It is a good idea to hold some JLP. We'll cover this in another video, but that's just a quick rundown because people asked. The Barrows Orphan mint is going very well. Quite a few have been minted. There are still some whitelist tokens listed on Tensor, and this has another 6 days remaining. If you go to tensor.trade, and if we go and find the banner here, it's the main banner. The current floor price is 60 SOL. So I'm pleased I got this one right. I was telling people about it for quite some time. You can sell it right now for 45. I said this would be 50 SOL within 2 months. Well, effectively, within 2 days, it's 50 SOL. Now, people aren't necessarily buying at this price. Let's have a look at the last selling buy. Well, they are 63 SOL. So this is worth 6,300 $300. So just keep in mind that when it comes to one-on-one collections, you will get a decent amount of alpha out of them. I have no plans on creating one myself, but if this interests you, there's a lot of value to be had. And here's a little bit of a blurb on them. So NXXN, not sure really how to pronounce that. Alpha communities are in big demand right now. So here's some prediction on prices. Now, Boogles, these are selling for over 2,000 SOL, and Slimes, and I can't remember what this one's called, but you can see all of them here. I have a Dead King Society. I like the group, but I haven't actually extracted much value. They have like pre-sales and stuff, but the pre-sale spots go really, really fast, and I'm busy making content. So the issue is I actually haven't really got any slots ever. But if you're more attentive than I am, if you've got more time, you'll be fine. So you can see, here we are, the 690. These are the predictions for price, but you can see that there is a huge amount of value to be received from being in these groups. And the reason why, crypto is still in the speculation phase. So it's just people that will go and have more alpha, have an edge, share their alpha, they hustle, they make decisions, they buy, they sell. Sometimes they lose heaps, sometimes they win heaps. It's just how crypto is. Solana TVL hit 1.6 billion. This is the largest and highest amount since mid-August 2022. If we go to DeFi Llama, we will see that way back in the last cycle, things were really, really quite crazy. However, things were being triple counted, double counted, and triple counted. I won't go over why, or I'll just briefly go over why. Someone was creating plenty of dApps. So this is the guy from Saba, and the TVL was kind of, the metric was put into one dApp and then into another dApp and then into another dApp. So we never actually got this high. However, things kind of dropped right off and were very, very low, in the low, 200s at one stage, 200 million, and now we're back up again. This TVL amount, I don't even know if it's going to be reached this cycle. And the reason why, it probably will when we're factoring JitoSOL and MSOL and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm not really caring about this here is because it was double and triple counted. Slog has mentioned that Sol Incinerator almost has a solution for unburnable scam C NFTs. In the meantime, what some people do is they just send them straight back to the address that sent them. However, that's not really terribly workable, is it? You will not get any SOL back because there is no SOL to claim when you burn these. It's just more about getting them out of your wallet. KIWI is a new token for the Heist Season 3, and this will be launching Thursday, February 8th. So I'll be covering this at the time, but in the meantime, go and grab your wallet and plonk it in here, and best of luck. All you're going to get if you win will just be a crate, and you'll open it and there will be some sort of KIWI. What you can do is you can just go to this website. I've covered it before, but we'll cover it quickly again. You go and connect your wallet over here. There's 46,000 wallets submitted, and then you'll end up getting a crate, and that will be a 1x, 5x, 10x, or 50x of KIWI. The amount of KIWI in here, I don't think it would be very much. Maybe the 1x could be a couple of dollars worth, maybe $1 worth, maybe not even that, and 50x could be like $50 worth or something. Either way, this is great and it's completely free, so it's worth getting amongst. The Drift Market Maker rewards are live. Market Maker rewards are part of the wider Drift Points program designed to incentivize liquidity providers and active MMs. All the details you need to know. So this is actually a little bit of a different program, I think, to the normal points. This is to try and get people to come and provide the liquidity, not you and I necessarily, people that have actual trading strategies. And I'm referring to like institutions will have maybe a crypto division and then they'll go. So market making, if it's done well, will outperform what you're going to see with, say, Orca LPs with USDC and SOL, because they often lose money. In fact, they are losing money at the moment. So I'll cover that in another video. But this is now live. Davos, the chief janitor of Drift, says if you see a 0-1 point, you're most likely captured in the OG snapshots. A lot of work has gone into this, but this is obviously something that they want to fix. So bullish on 1-pointers. For now, can't say any more. So I guess they just ran out of time. There was just too much work, or they couldn't agree on what retroactive people were going to get. This is my tutorial account, and I'm a 1-pointer. So congratulations. I am 14,081st out of 27,000. Sandbar is now in beta. This is where you can go and post a job or explore talent. So I haven't played around with it yet, but there are a lot of people that want jobs in the space, and there's a lot of people that have skills. And how do you find them? At the moment, you've got to know someone that knows someone that knows someone. And then you take a trial with someone. I found someone on Upwork and had them building something for me, and it wasn't what I was after. And I've had other people that reach out and say they're after a job, and a lot of people don't really know how to be recruited. So you can go and create a job listing, go and apply and whatnot. I think this would be a fantastic thing. I'm probably going to have to do a video on just how to make yourself employable as well. In the early days, you have to communicate that the amount of value that you're going to put into something, because 99% of the time it's a remote work condition. So I think this warrants an entire separate video. So we'll cover this another day. Bonkbot generated $1.23 million in fees during the dupe launch. I have no idea where those fees go. Maybe some goes into buying Bonk, burning Bonk. I'm not really sure. But either way, this is fantastic. I do know that if you're part of like a DAO or group, you should get a Bonkbot referral link, and then your DAO will generate some of those fees as a referral. So if you're in the Degen Ape Academy and the Degen DAO, use their referral link to sign up. And I may as well grab myself a referral link, and I'll post it below as well. Degen Apes have regular Harambe auctions happening. This one here is for Jimmy Buy High, which is fantastic because we're coming into this period of just crazy buys. There's going to be valuations of companies on the stock exchange that are just silly, and then they will crash. So having Jimmy Buy High, which is basically an ape that buys high and sells low, so it's quite funny. There's only 2 that are up for auction, and of course you pay with opals. Solana Mobile 2, go and get your pre-order in. Use my pre-order link, please, just so I get into that top kind of leaderboard. I'm not doing too badly at the moment, but I'm not as famous as I'd like to be. This here will not ship until mid-2025, and the cost is 450 USDC. So how long to maybe extract some value on this particular project, I don't know. Either way, it's supporting Solana, and it just makes things better and better and better. The more crypto phones we have, the less stranglehold that the Apple Store and the Play Store will have on our phones in the future. So very, very bullish for this. And if there's one thing that I'd really like to see with this phone, I know engineering-wise, it's going to be a little bit challenging. What I'd like to see is some sort of slider over the camera for extra security. JitoSOL, what are triple stacked rewards? It's what you get when you combine Community Finance, Meteora, and JitoSOL. Let's break it down. I do not need to read that because I'll just quickly tell you. I covered this in yesterday's video when I went over dupe dApps, so dApps that you can use your dupe in. If you go and grab dupe and JitoSOL and go to Community Finance, you can go and put into a media pool. You're going to get 1, media points, 2, Camino points, and also some JTO tokens from being in that liquidity pool. On top of that, you're also going to earn trading rewards. So if you did want to do DeFi at the moment, this here, it's not going to have a huge APR, like it's not going to have a massive return due to the fact that, you know, there's a lot of liquidity in there, and so the trading volume gets split amongst that liquidity. But this would be my go-to vault at present. Edgar's got a great thread out here. Always give this guy some likes. He does very, very well. He puts out so much fantastic information. The summary is a white hat hacker went and claimed almost 1 million dupe from many, many different wallets, 2,379 wallets. And now he is going to go and give this back to the people if they can prove it belongs to them. So I'm not sure exactly how the system is, but all the information is here. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 breach wallets, and they were when I used Solflare for tutorials. So maybe I'll check them, but to be perfectly honest, if he's done us a favor here, because otherwise someone else could have grabbed those same private keys and set them into a bot, claimed it, and then just taken it, and that was just it. So this is very, very good. At the very least, if he's not asking for a tip, well then tip him. If it's a decent amount, like 5-10%, if it's a smaller amount, maybe 25%, whatever, because he's put an effort into this, and I really respect that. Magic Eden has gone ahead and done their retro diamond drops. Claims are now live, so you are good to go and claim your diamonds. Now, some people are claiming 40,000, some people are claiming, well, there you are, 80,000. Some people are claiming 100-something thousand. So, you know, this is really, really cool. How many did this person get? It doesn't show. Either way, we don't know what these diamonds will be used for. There's this huge amount of speculation that they will be used for a token in the future, and that's just speculation. I imagine it would be. It would just really depend on legal. Magic Eden's a company in the US, and this makes it a lot harder. Now there's a 50% bonus to these projects until Monday. So if you go to buy, sells, offers, all that sort of stuff on these, then you'll get extra diamonds. Now I'll go through this quickly because there's a little bit of validity to it, but not much. It's got a lot of engagement. However, it's not quite accurate. So Manlet's SOL is at $8. Please help us. Magic Eden, nah, we ETH and Matic now. Somewhat true. What? We made you popular. We took a bribe from Polygon. Anyone here? I mean, it's you know, it's satirical, right? But it's funny. Anyway, Bonk goes and gives free money. Mad Lads, a mint for $150. Manlet sold back to 22. Magic Eden, where is everyone? Manlet sold at 40. Hey, come back. And so on and so on and so on. Basically saying that Magic Eden left Solana, Tensor came along, took their spot, and then that was it. The reality is, there are so many blockchains out there. I'm covering Solana the most, but I will be working on covering all of them somehow when I manage to duplicate time or something. But basically, I wouldn't be hard on Magic Eden because they were looking at other things. Frank and the DGods team, they left. They completely left Solana, and a lot of people were not happy by that. And Utes, you know, their floor price is just terrible. Nothing's been done on that collection. DGods, there's no hate over here. It's just sometimes your decisions aren't good. The reality is, from someone that's been here for a while, Magic Eden came and they didn't do everything right. And I definitely don't agree how they were so aggressive and not, you know, listening to royalties and trying to get a royalty solution sooner. But they came in eventually and they pushed out something. Now, Tensor's done very, very well, of course, which is fantastic. In my opinion, use both. Use different wallet addresses for different things. Get loyalty on one wallet address and loyalty on the other, and don't link the two. But to be like this, to be really, really aggressive, I know it's funny. I know it gets engagement. I just want to correct that. They have been here. They have been building. They have added a lot of stuff. And they've added a lot more stuff than they've taken away. However, at the same time, yes, we would like to know what diamonds are for. Everyone wants to know what diamonds are for. So please, let us know. That's all for today. Stay curious, and I'll catch you Monday.